Virtue, and he's a Phoenix. Yeah. What up, my dudes? It's your boy Virtue, the Phoenix, and we're back at it. Yes, we are back at it with our second Doki Doki literature gameplay. It's been a minute since I played this. I only got like 5 or 7 videos, but I upload them in like a time span. So it's been a minute since I played this. So gotta say my voices are on point. All right. What up? Hi. Hey. 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 Let's do it. I'm about to load. Get right into this. Alright, let's do this. Okay, this is Moniqua. Let me try, okay. And if you guys remember, I wear my earphone like this because the music gets annoying. So I can't hear myself as well. And then I'm not liking it. You just do it, okay. Also, you know, repping the Hollow Points. Hollow Points. This is a local band. I believe they're from St. Louis, Missouri, which is the same state as me. And they are great. Check them out sometime. Alright, now let's get into this. Okay. Hi again, Virtue. Was that it? Hi again, Virtue. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Virtue. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on. Like he deserves any slack. Sayori. Oh, my bad. Sayori told me you didn't even want to join the club this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you plan to come I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what. We all know the real reasons here. For the bitches. But if you don't take it seriously, then you can see the end of it. Then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in a club room. Damn, okay. Shots fired. Meh, meh, meh. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat. That's right, sit your ass down. Don't worry, guys. Richard always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. It helps me with my busy work without me even asking. Like cooking, cleaning my room. How dependable. Sayori, that's because your room is so messy it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? There it is again. You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Rachel can become good friends too. Sayori. As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Oh, you even bought something special today, you know? Wait, Sayori. Me? Nothing really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sayori made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri. I wasn't thinking. I guess that means it's up to me to. I guess that means it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Alright, where were we at? Let's do it. Alright, yeah. I won't make it a big deal if you don't want it to be. Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book I thought that you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know... No, I'm joking, okay. Discuss it, if you wanted. Oh, how adorable. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Corny, anyways. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. I thought I said that word so wrong. Enthusiastically. What did I say? Enthusiastically? Anyway. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off with some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Ah! I heard Natsuki uttering. I feel like I've never seen a word in my entire life. Exasperated? Exaggerated? Exasperated? I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. You looking for something in there? Freaking Monica! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point in keeping your collection organized if someone else is gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf. Manga. You read manga, right? Of course I read manga on site. I mean, I used to. Not anymore, because I just watch the anime. I'm one of those guys, you know. The manga's always better. Which is probably true, but I'm just gonna watch the anime. Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out the other person's stance. In some situations, but I'm a nerd. I'm weird. I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do what I do and tell you straight up. Whether you accept it or not, I don't care. Like, I don't care. You can't make me care. I don't care. Alright. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I guess it looks like a weeb. I see. There's a long volume of manga amidst the stacks of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I'll pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Ah, much better. Seeing a box set without a book missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box she's admiring. Box set she's admiring. Parfait Girls. It's a series. I've never heard of it in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my demographic or it's simply terrible. I'm gonna go with both based off the name. Something that I would never in my entire life even bother to even slightly watch. If you're gonna judge, you can do it through the glass on that door. She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. It was a ton of your voice. But I tell you one thing, Virtue. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. Yeah, because that's basically your personality. In fact, Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls in the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Ugh! I stare at the cover. It features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe. Christy would love this. Shout out to Christy. She'll probably not watch this. Don't just stand there. Ooh! Natsuki grabs my arms and pulls me out of the closet. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windmills. She pats on the ground next to her. Signaling? Oh, I'm so stupid. I read sigh, like, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. It'll make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses his arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Not that I can say it's a particularly bad thing. I open the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once inches closer, reclaiming the additional space that what is wrong with me? The additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I can feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. Wow, how has it been since I read the beginning? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? I don't either. I wouldn't either. Not really. Exactly. Maybe sometimes after I'm already finished the series. Hey, are you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. It looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be entertaining enough to make up for the lack of plot. I can't do slice of life. So, what should I expect from this? Is it going to be plot? Well, obviously. You think I would enjoy something that didn't have a plot? I mean, well, I guess I know what you're saying. And a lot of the beginning is about simple things. Like, there's a really funny chapter where they're obsessed with a guy at an ice cream shop. But that just helps you get to know the characters. And besides, it's still entertaining. But later on, there's all kinds of drama. Look at her face. Well, she's excited. Like, when they get into other backstories, and when some of the romance starts to happen, that's really what makes it so good. There are so many touching parts. Ah, is that so? It sounds like you really know what you're talking about. Maybe I underestimated you. Hey, wait. What's that supposed to mean? Natsuki gives me a little shove. I didn't mean that I haven't seen you at your full power. I mean, I just meant I haven't seen you at your full power. Heh, good save. This chapter seems like it's about baking. This is just a guess, but is there a lot of baking in this manga? Well, Natsuki pauses for a moment, as if she doesn't want to admit something. Yeah. Why does that matter? It doesn't. I was just curious. Since you enjoy baking too, right? That's just a coincidence. I just happened to get into baking around the same time as I got this manga. There he goes. Like I would ever get into baking because it's in a manga. I feel bad for anyone. That's impossible. That's impressionable. That impressionable, dude. What the freak? Definitely not a coincidence. I guess that explains Natsuki's interest in baking. Still, of all the hobbies to pick up from a manga, that's definitely one of the better ones. Not to mention she's really good at it. So who am I to judge? Oh, she looks adorable. ... We read up for a few more minutes. I finished a couple of chapters at this point. ... Are you sure this isn't boring you?
It's not.
Even though you're just watching me read?
Well, I'm fine with that.
If you say so. That would be so awkward. Just looking at this almost looks like she's actually staring at me. It's kind of awkward. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. That is true. I always get excited when I convince one of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. That's true too. You know what I mean? You don't?
That's not... Well, I wouldn't really know.
What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends?
Could you not rub it in?
Ah, she has no friends.
Jeez.
Sorry.
Like I could ever get my friends to read this.
I was wrong.
They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up with them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes you want to punch them in the face.
Ugh, I know those kind of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
Wait, which part?
I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it to my own room, in my own room. I don't even know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica was kind of a jerk about it. Ugh. I just can't win, can I?
Well, it paid off at the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it.
Well, it's not like that solves any of my problems.
Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right?
So? Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what?
Yeah. I flipped the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing.
I totally forgot that happens.
This is kind of adorable, my dudes. I ain't even gonna lie. Natsuki puts his finger on one of the panels.
Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bit bad for her. She's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when... I shouldn't be talking about that yet. Just finish this chapter.
Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feelings you get when connecting with someone like that. And being able to provide that to Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience, the thought makes me smile a little to myself.
Okay, everyone! Are you ready for today's poems? Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. I just need to make sure we have enough...
Wait, that was right.
You do look pretty...
Wait. That was her.
I just want to make sure you have enough time. Though you do look pretty cozy over there.
Natsuki slowly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hesitantly signs herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright, guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki.
You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens?
Yeah, but... Monika's just said...
Don't be dumb. Just take it home with you.
Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. My dude.
Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow, so we can start the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you.
By tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's a necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? Alright then, I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and carefully slip my book into my bag.
By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night?
Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never done this before.
Well, not everyone's ready. Why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait! Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on the wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn paper from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Moniqua's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. Who should I show my poem to? Sayori? Natsuki. Yuri. Monica. Yuri. Natsuki, of course. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poem yesterday. It's probably only fair I share mine with her first. Okay. Well, let's get things. I'm dragging. Okay. Well, let's start the things I don't like. First off, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. What's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, remember how I said I wanted you to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours, like Monica said. Well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what the real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. What a weird girl. So in other words, you're saying you liked it. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Natsuki retorts gets caught in her throat. Yes, so? You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure I never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Because Monica will make me if I don't. My camera, with this thing I'm using to record, my camera... Wow, my thing is laggy right now. Anyways. And the thing that I use to record my camera is always on my screen. So, it's like kind of covering the poem, but anyways. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing is a bit sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. 1 second, my dudes. I gotta stop saying my dudes. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I can set up for a rhyme at the end, but then make it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feelings in my last line. So you did. I guess more went into that than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I guess you just learned something. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. You're a good guy. Let's read my poem. So I show my poem to next. Yuri. Yuri stares at my poem. Back at it! Let's go!
Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading the thought of it. So it's that bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noble thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsu can be a bit biased, but... Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if there's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't it supposed to be a literature club? Bro, my cursive, it's not that. Okay. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath amber glow, badly bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. Back at it. I bathe. Claims breathing in the air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems, but not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since this is our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Phew. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Virtue. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Let's go with the girl. Let's go with our girl Sayori.
Oh my goodness! This is so good, Virtue!
Yeah?
I love it! I had no idea you were such a good writer!
Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing.
Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either.
Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it? Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it?
Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So, when I read your poem, it's not a poem, it's not just a poem, it's a friendship poem. And that makes it feel extra special.
Adorable.
Like I can feel your feelings in it.
Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori.
Yeah. I'm really happy just you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now.
Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise.
See? It's like I said before, Virtue. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do.
Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all.
Yeah. I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you.
Alright, I'm gonna hold you to that then.
Yay! Now, you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this.
Well, see about that. The way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you miss me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away the rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Hold on. Alright. Ready? Going in. 1, 2, 3, go. The way you glow through my eyes, maybe in the morning, it takes me feel. I can't do it. It makes me feel like some of it kind of sounds like rap. Like this part right here, it goes, you know. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish the rainy day? I look above. The sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you. Anyways, I like that. Sayori, this is a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this?
No. Just a little bit.
You can't answer just a little bit to say yes or to a yes or no question.
I forgot to do it last night.
Well, at least that makes me feel a little better about myself.
Don't be mean. I still tried my best.
Yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you.
Really?
Yeah. Especially that last line.
I made eggs and toast.
Even though you were late to school?
It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky.
Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me.
This was so much fun. Monica's the best.
Yeah.
But next time I won't forget. And I'm gonna write a best poem ever.
Well, I guess I look forward to it. All that's left is my girl Monique. Well, she was staring like directly at me. Hello to you too.
Hi, Virtue. Having a good time so far?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. By the way, since you know and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay?
Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in.
Anyway, want to share a poem with me?
It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to.
Aha! Don't worry, Virtue. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know. But it's that sort of barrier that we all have to get past.
Yeah, that's true. I hand Monique my poem.
Mm-hmm. I like it, Virtue.
Really?
It's a lot cuter than I expected. Aha!
Oh, jeez.
No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write.
That was the go.
And she's a good writer, too. So, take it as a compliment.
If you say so.
Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shelf Silverstein?
Maybe a long time ago.
He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, intriguing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they've written for kids. But if you think about them, they can express feelings in the world that would apply to anybody.
I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that?
Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert. But you probably won't have much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through. So I can see why it would be a kind of a town poem to explore.
I'm sure I end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased towards their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now?
No! No, okay.
Don't worry, I'm not very good.
You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know?
I see. Well, let's read it then. It couldn't have been me, see? The direction the spackle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina, okay, I say it right. Already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything. A hole, I gotta scroll. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in.
So, what do you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is. A lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful.
Was that the inspiration behind this one?
Well, I'm not so sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently.
I could never say that word. Anyways.
It's been influencing my poems a bit.
An epiphany?
Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monique's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later.
I'm gonna try to use that tip for when I write my raps and my lyrics and my metal and stuff. And then we're gonna see if that actually works.
Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow.
Freestyle.
That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Phew. I guess it's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayuri and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly.
What's with this language?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing.
Natsuki dismissively returns to the poem onto the desk with one hand.
I guess you could say it's fancy.
Thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss a symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
You mean you had to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone that actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayuri liked it, and Virgil did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon. Unless, of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Virgil read my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Virgil appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours.
Huh? And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would have deliberately gone out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Yeah? Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Virgil started showing up.
What the hell is that? I guess you stuffed in her bra to try to impress me, I guess. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little...
It's nothing involved, yeah!
I can't do too much at once.
I don't like fighting, guys!
Suddenly, both girls turned towards me, as if they just noticed I was standing there. Virtue! She's trying to make me look bad. That's wrong, anyway.
That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point of making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at her as a reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain this to her, Virgil.
Wait. There's a reason I have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning to most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessary limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that too, Virtue?
Well?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. Oh, my boys. I want to pick Natsuki because that's the homegirl. That's what I'm going for. Assuming this game has like a love interesting, I guess. But I'm more on Yuri's side with this because well, I can actually say Yuri to help me and choose neither. But then they'll both get mad at me. Oh my god, guys, I need help. I wish it was live so I could be like, alright guys, let's do a voting poll and decide if we want to choose Natsuki, Yuri, or I should say Yuri for help. feel like Sayori for help is the last answer to pick. I gotta pick one of them. I want nah. I'm sorry, Yuri. I'm sorry. I actually agree with you, but I gotta go with Natsuki. I'm sorry. I hope you forgive me for this. Yuri. You're really talented. Well? But Natsuki has a point. I think that I racked my brain in an attempt to back myself up. I think that conveying feelings with few words can be just as impressive as well. It lets the reader's imaginations take over, and Natsuki's poem did a really good job at that.
Yeah, it did, didn't it? Aha. So how much shows how much you know?
That's not... Natsuki, I think that's enough.
Huh? Me? But she was so mean to me.
Natsuki's voice whines. Look, what we talked about yesterday was right. Writing is a really personal thing, and sharing it can be... look at the boy, anyway. And sharing it can definitely be hard. It looks like we learned that today. Even small criticisms can lead to something pretty heated. I guess over my shoulder. Sayori is nodding vigorously. Yeah, so you don't need to feel threatened. You're a great writer, Natsuki. Natsuki's voice gets caught in surprise.
Thanks for nothing.
She finally mutters that, barely audible. Yuri. Yuri looks at me dejectedly. With a face like that, I can't help but feel bad for her as well. I'm sure that Natsuki didn't mean everything she said, so you don't need to feel threatened either. Well, if you say so.
Hey, it's not like you need to apologize for me, Virtue. Sheesh.
Natsuki takes a breath.
The thing about,
Natsuki glances around the room.
But everyone stop staring at me?
Unsurprisingly, Natsuki has a harder time when she's boasted. Sayori and Monika look away.
Anyway, the thing about your boobs, I didn't mean it, okay? That's all.
Natsuki looks away, avoiding eye contact with anyone.
Yeah, you're naturally beautiful, Yuri.
Sayori? I'll go make some tea.
I was just trying to help.
I'm sure she appreciated Sayori. I passed Sayori on the shoulder. Well, now that we're past that, everyone read each other's poems, right? I hope that it was worthwhile for everyone, especially you, Virtue. And be honest, it's a nice change of pace from the lending around that we got a little used to. So my joining the club was responsible for ruining the atmosphere. No, not at all. There's still time before we go home. So we'll all relax a bit. Of course, besides chatting, we do literature-related things in the club room. So maybe you can take a chance to pick a book or do some writing. After all, that's what the club is for.
I disagree, Monika.
About what?
That's not the most important thing about literature club. The most important thing is having fun.
Of course. Well, I guess that's why you're the vice president, Sayori. In the end, though Monika's right, being in a literature club probably means I can't spend all my time doing nothing. But in the end, I guess it's been worth it so far. Okay, everyone. Just about time for us to leave. How did you feel about sharing poems?
It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'd say it was worth it.
It was alright. Well, mostly.
Virtue, what about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learn something from your friends, too. So, your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poems everyone likes. If that ain't luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those who I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination.
Virtue, ready to go home?
Sure, let's go. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier.
What do you mean?
You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often?
No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they've both been wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you?
No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you.
Phew. You know, Virtue, spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too.
That's...
Every day is gonna be so much fun.
I look at Sayori. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught into the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh, okay. Well, we'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I say that more to myself than her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes.
Okay.
Yeah, let's do this. Alright. I'll do a poem. Clouds. Parfait. Strawberries. Marshmallows. Fluffy. Giggle. Pink. Ribbon. I am killing this. Heartbeat. Marriage. Oh, okay. I like Sayori too, but I gotta go with Natsuki. Man, I should've went Sayori. Yuri. I like Yuri too, but she's like kind of dark and innocent. Like, she's adorable. Natsuki to me just has the most personality, that's why I chose her. I'm kind of feeling like Sayori might be my favorite because she's the homie and she's adorable as hell. But we're already going with Natsuki, and Natsuki's adorable. They're all adorable, I can't really decide. So I'm just gonna go to what I'm already on. Play. Fireworks. Okay, now I'm failing. But I guess Sayori would be second with me. Maybe I can get like both of them or something. I don't know. Valentine. Rain cloud. Puppy. Waterfall. Bubbles. Lollipop. Anime. Pure. Alright, my dudes. This gameplay is over and we're finished. I'm probably gonna play the Fortnite with my squad and my homies. And I'm probably gonna end this gameplay right here. So, I'm gonna save the game. I'm probably gonna end this game right here. And I'll see you guys next time. ThePhoenix, out.